Filming is now basically over for Star Wars Episode 9 by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this film, including myself, is of course exactly how dark Kylo Ren is going to be in this movie by JJ. We do know that JJ has a big plan in place in order to make Kylo Ren a whole lot more evil than Darth Vader ever was in the original trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with two different set designs involving both Mark Hamill and Adam Driver as Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker. Now, specifically, it's described that Adam Driver shot a sequence over in Cardington that was the set for one of the sequences on the battlefield for one of the scenes that involved dozens of extras. It's described that Driver had one of his arms stretched out against one of the extras dressed as a clan member. It's described that Driver was in a Stands for a Force Lightning sequence and session that will be filled in later with CGI and visual effects. It's also described that some practical effects were used on the actor's body that created sparks on his chest. Separately from this, another scene was actually involving Mark Hamill in the cockpit of an X-Wing without his beard and black Jedi robes. It's described the X-Wing set piece was floating inside of a pool over at Pinewood in a body of water. It's said to be a sequence showing fans Luke's experience crash landing on the unknown world of Ahch-To and location of the first Jedi Temple. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this that are really exciting for Episode 9 when it comes to not just exploring the past of Luke, but also new powers of Kylo Ren. Now, first things first, of course, I want to go over Kylo. This is the part that excites me the most about Episode 9. Now, for the longest time, a lot of people have been wanting to know exactly what's going to be so different about Kylo that's going to make him seem a whole lot more sinister in this movie, and exactly how is JJ going to make him seem a whole lot more evil than Darth Vader ever was. So, what's really intriguing is that a sequence was filmed over in Cardington between Adam Driver and an extra/actor dressed as a clan member. Now, what's really intriguing is that Adam Driver stretched his arm all the way out in a stance, as if he was using Force Lightning. Now, visual effects and of course special effects and CGI will be added in later during post-production in order to fill in the effect of Force Lightning coming out of the fingers of Kylo Ren, portrayed by Adam Driver, against this extra being shot at by Kylo. Now, what's really intriguing also is that some practical effects were used in a similar way to what we saw in Return of the Jedi, where they actually used these little devices that created sparks on the actor's chest in order to make the Force Lightning seem a whole lot more tangible than it would be, of course, than just using visual effects. Now, that to me sounds like JJ is really trying to make Kylo a whole lot more evil than we have ever seen him before, and more around the lines of a Palpatine figure in this movie. Now, moving past all of this, I want to go over one of the flashback sequences that involves Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, where he actually had no beard, was dressed in black Jedi robes, most likely the same exact outfit that we saw at the very end of The Last Jedi on Crate, where he was placed inside the cockpit of an X-Wing, inside a body of water in a pool over at Pinewood, in order to emulate the ocean of Ahch-To on that world. So that's one of the biggest mysteries, right? We do know that one of the biggest mysteries in the sequel trilogy is, of course, the experience of Luke crash landing on Ahch-To. Did he intentionally land on Ahch-To? Did he actually purposely destroy his own X-Wing and crash it into the water? Or was it more around the lines of an accident? Because we heard about this before a couple of weeks ago, about a thunderstorm being involved in this sequence. We heard about this lightly, I would say about a month and a half ago, about the X-Wing going through some kind of thunderstorm involving Mark Hamill. Now, this most definitely connects to just that, where this X-Wing is actually floating in the body of water in that pool to emulate the ocean of Ahch-To for the character of Luke Skywalker. So you can see that JJ really wants to explore the past of Luke and, of course, explore new abilities and powers for the character of Kylo Ren to make him seem a whole lot more evil than he ever was in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Now, honestly, guys, I gotta say, Force Lightning coming out of Kylo Ren, I can totally see this if done right. Now, as long as they can do this well, where if you look at the prequels, specifically in Revenge of the Sith, the Force lightning just works, right? Right then and there, it just makes the character seem a whole lot more evil, instantaneously, right? So what they could do right now with Adam Driver is that they can fix certain elements of the character, because a lot of people do have problems with Kylo Ren, and if you guys don't, that's fine, but some people do. Some people think that he's just got to be a little bit more, I guess you could say, intimidating, if you will, in the sequels. And that's exactly what JJ's plan is in this movie. He wants to make the character more intimidating to our heroes and to the audience watching this movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.